Welcome back to the Now Morning Show. Of course, it's a new year. We've been talking about New Year's resolutions, and if one of your New Year's resolutions is to get fit, well, you are going to look forward to this. We're talking about the 2024 Pink Green campaign and Let Her Play, aerobics, Zumba, and I'm going to say a little bit more that we'll learn about during this conversation. In studio with us this morning, we have Hazel Ann Paul, Physical Education and Sport Officer 1, and Simone Gonzalez, Personal Trainer and Group Fitness Instructor at the Fitness Center Limited. Good morning, ladies, and welcome.
Good morning.
And Happy New Year to you both.
Happy New Year to you all. Everyone at TTT, Trinidad and Tobago, good morning. Happy New Year.
Good morning.
God's blessings upon our nation this year.
Wonderful.
Yes.
And you're definitely bringing those blessings, both of you, to the nation and to women and girls. So Hazel Ann, let's start with you. Let's talk a little bit about what the Pink Rain campaign is.
Okay, well, the Pink Rain campaign is a program that the Ministry of Sports and Community Development, Physical Education and Sports Division designed to engage women more in physical activities. So we have moms, aunties, sisters, 24 hours a day. You are doing everything else but giving yourself an hour of physical activity. And we decided to focus a little more on women and girls, because for a guy, you could go outside and run a ball with your partners in the savannah, and the mommy have to think about all sorts of different things, planning this, and you leave yourself out, you leave yourself undone. And so we decided to plan programs really focusing on women and girls with a sporting mind and also with an activity mind base. So that is one of the goals of our Pink Green campaign, really to get women active, moving. You know, think about yourself for 1 hour to do something with your body physically.
That's a great intention to set for the new year, just 1 hour of doing something physical. And talking about sporting minds, Simone, welcome back again to the show. Happy New Year.
Same to you.
Tell us a little bit, just to come off of what Hazel Ann said. Hazel Ann spoke about 1 hour. Now, as a personal trainer, is this something that you would recommend?
1 hour, definitely. But even as a beginner, if you weren't doing anything, if you give me 10 minutes to begin a day of walking, you are right on it. And from there you build. So it depends on where you are. But at least in terms of personal training, it's an hour of activity. And within the hour, it's designed to make you safe. So you warm up, you have an activity or personal train, and then you cool down. So it could be 20 minutes, it could be 10 minutes, a beginner, and then an hour. But in my case, we'd have 1 hour and a half in the Pink Green.
So we're going to be talking about that. You'll see why that facial expression just came up there. But let's come back to you, Hazel Ann. You mentioned some of the goals that we're looking towards for women and girls getting that hour in. What are some of the other objectives that Pink Green is looking to achieve?
All right, well, the Ministry of Sports and Community Development, 2 of our primary goals is sports for development and development of sport. And we want to engage women not just to become active, but we also want women to see themselves becoming involved in sports in a unique way. Don't just think, well, I'm a housewife, you know. During our program last fiscal, we had so many housewives that came to our programs, and some of the coaches and the instructors were like, these people have the potential to be athletes. But what we realize is the creation of opportunities. And once women get opportunities, they took hold of it, and we realize that there's the ability for creation of athletes. This is one of the things that we are really looking for in our Pink Green campaign. We're also looking at women just enjoying sporting activities, not just seeing it as, well, that's a sport, I'm not able with that, and really coming out from, you know, the apprehensive notion towards sports to really enjoying what sports have to offer. I always tell parents whose children want to get involved in sport, I said there is no doctor in Trinidad more travel than an athlete in Trinidad and Tobago.
So we are definitely bringing big goals in for 2024. So let's talk about Let Her Play and this theme, hashtag keep on moving. Yes. When is it starting and how do we get more information?
All right, so Let Her Play is one of the pillars under the Pink Green campaign. We have 5 pillars under the Pink Green campaign. And letter play is just one of those pillars. And letter play is the pillar that deals with the activities, the activity of the campaign, getting women moving, removing yourself from being sedentary, involving yourself in non-traditional sporting activities, and seeing yourself in that space of sports that you would not have traditionally seen yourself engaging in. So the Pink Rain campaign, Keep On Moving, is our fitness drive.
Fitness drive. Now,
It's
this
the
is
fitness
wonderful.
drive.
Of course, viewers, you'll see on the screen right now, Let Her Play. There is a 2024 schedule, but
Yes.
you're also seeing aerobics and Zumba. And there is a little bit more. So, Simone, let's bring you back into the conversation. Let's talk about how you're going to be involved and what the offering is going to be.
Right, so my location is at the Digger Martin in Starlight Shopping Plaza, the car park to the back. And at our camp, we would be offering a little more than aerobics, so I should say a lot more, where we have high intensity interval training and different types of formats of each class being offered. So let's say, for example, the first week we have mini circuits. So I have other instructors that help me deliver different types of circuits. So they will each have 20 minutes each. So the participant gets to experience, yet still work out in a structured way, different types of intervals or different types of hits. So for example, those circuits are going to be the cardio circuit, and then they go on to the CrossFit circuit, and then they go on to the body weight circuit. So it is structured so that they get a little bit of everything. We excite them and we look for them the next week.
Now, this sounds particularly intense. Is
Yeah.
this something that also is a viable option for beginners?
Absolutely. We are trained instructors that are looking out for those who are beginners, they are elderly. We ask that when they are signing up, they say, what level of fitness are you? And we will be looking out for that. And we are looking with our eyes at you. So we are going to know we have a beginner. And so we would instruct, not in a demeaning way, to how we would get them through the session. So it is for everyone.
Wonderful. And it also sounds as though, of course, there is definitely a focus on safety, which is so important in
Definitely,
fitness.
yes.
Now, Simone just shared with us, she mentioned registration. Hazeline, where can we register for this?
All right, so on the ministry social media handles, Facebook, Instagram, we have our registration link there. Participants can go on and register. We have at Simone's location in Digger Martin, we have a limit. So the first 60 women who register, and that first 60 is time stamped. So nobody will say, well, you put your friend or you put your cousin. The ministry,
Oh.
we have integrity in our unit is important. So the time stamp is going to indicate those 60 women who make that list. We're going to contact you. So look out for the call, look out for us emailing you concerning your making that spot in the 60 at the Digger Martin location. But at all other locations, women can register. It's free. Bring out your mommy, your auntie, those who believe that, well, I am not too, we say you have two left foot.
Yes.
Don't worry about that. Our instructors, as Simone said, our instructors, we make sure that we have instructors that are professional, who have their necessary paperwork, as we call it, credentials. So we don't just go on the roll and pull off somebody from the street. The ministry have to be very, very careful and cautious about what we present to the public.
So has registration already begun?
Registration has begun.
So how is registration? I mean, you mentioned limited spots. So for those, of course, who will be in the area, they need to register as soon as possible.
As soon as possible.
Now, I'm also seeing here that we do have in your schedule, we have Mayaro, Sangre Grande, Eddie Hart's, Chaguanas Evolution Fitness, Pleasantville Community Center, Southwest Regional Indoor Sports Area, that's in Point Fortin, and in Scarborough as well.
Yes.
Now, this is fantastic. Well, one of the things that I've also noticed is that it starts on the 6th of January and it ends on the 8th. So, Simone, coming back to you, this is every Saturday morning.
Yes, up until February the 3rd for me, or that is my last Saturday. So we kick things off this Saturday, and yeah, that's the time frame we have from the 6th to the 3rd of February.
Wonderful. Now, Hazeline, coming back to you, one of the things that we've also been able to see from the schedule is we have mornings and afternoons.
Yes.
So we have Simone starting 6:30 a.m., bright and early.
Bright and early.
How do we feel about latecomers?
Well, that hopefully I would get the list.
Okay.
And I would be able to ask them to come earlier. I say like come at least 20 minutes, 15 minutes before we register, and so we prep you before you enter there. So in our case and what we are offering, we would really like each participant to be early.
This is serious
Yeah.
business, Trinidad and Tobago. Now, Hazeline, you mentioned, of course, this is not the first, let's say, installment of Keep Moving, Pink Rain, and so much more. What was participation like over the last few installments, and what are you looking forward to for this one?
Well, last fiscal was our first time doing the fitness drive. You know, minister said, you know, let's get in there and do a fitness drive. Let's get the women moving. You know, persons are, and particularly coming off of us people restarting or having the restart of the carnival season. You know, to get women moving, and those who are participating in that carnival scenario, that they are prepped and ready. And then you have those who, as you talked about resolution, are trying to get themselves back into a fitness regimen. So it was really a two-part scenario in those who want to prepare for carnival and those who are making lifestyle changes.
Oh, that's something that's
Yes.
critical, lifestyle changes, and something that we hope many are going to take into consideration for
Yes.
2024. So as you mentioned, New Year's resolutions. Hazeline, do you have any New Year's resolutions you'd like to share with us?
One of my resolution in terms of getting back into my own fitness regime, because as a mom of a younger child, you could really just focus, as I said, on everything else. You're busy on your up and down, and you could, that aspect of your life could just say, okay, well, you could take a back seat, and then you're getting older and you realize that your metabolism slowing down.
Yes.
Right? So that is one of my resolution coming this 2024. You know, I set a goal that, you know, by X time I want to, and I'm setting small, achievable goals. I'm not going to take no big chunk and say by March I'm going to lose 20 pounds. And that is over the hill. Setting small, achievable goals is my New Year's resolution.
Wonderful. So we might see you at Let Her Play.
Oh, definitely. Probably all the locations.
Okay, great. So hopefully we can get some more information from you and see how it goes. You could give us some
Yes.
feedback. Simone, what about you? Any New Year's resolutions?
Yes, I do running for my fitness.
Okay.
I engage in running, and I always in my younger days I would run a lot of 5Ks.
Oh, great.
Not a lot, but I would do it, and I haven't been making the time to train for it, and really I want to enter a few more this year, 2024. I've been looking at it. I've been training people more than training myself, and I've been looking at people enjoying all these 5Ks they've been offering, and I've been jealous. I've been jealous, and so I told my friend who I run with, Nicola, we are entering some more 5Ks this year. So that is my resolution, and we always try to do our best when we enter, so that's what I'm about. for
Absolutely
2024.
wonderful. Looking forward to seeing both of you fulfill these New Year's resolutions, and looking forward to seeing you at the Let Her Play. Keep on moving.
Yes.
I'm also going to try and keep a New Year's resolution and attend as well. So we'll see how it goes. Hazeline, Simone, thank you so much for joining us
Thank
this
you for
morning on
having us.
Thank you
Now.
for having us.
All the best for 2024 in Trinidad and Tobago and the world. Make sure that you go and check out the ministry on social media so that you can register and get moving this year. We'll be back in a few moments on Now.